As we're pulling out of Nairobi, everyone look to the platform side and wave goodbye to our hard-working station master, Nina. Everyone say goodbye, Nina. Nina's our fantastic station master here at Nairobi. We're once again heading under Cheetah Hunt. Cheetah Hunt will take you 130 feet up into the air, and it is a launch coaster with 3 different magnetic launch locations. At each of these, it'll take you just a few seconds to go from 0 to Cheetah, or 60 miles per hour. On the left-hand side of the train is the edge of Africa. It's a 16-acre attraction you can walk through and see our pride of African lions, our spotted hyenas, lemurs, meerkats, vultures, and hippos. On the right-hand side of the train, that large white building is the Crown Colony House. On the top floor is the restaurant where you can experience family-style dining at its best. On the bottom floor is the cafe where you can pick up a slice of pizza or roast beef sandwich, head out onto the veranda, and enjoy your meal while watching the animals out on the Serengeti. The Crown Colony House is open for lunch and early dinner. On the right-hand side of the train is the Egypt area of the park. In the Egypt area of the park, you can go back in time and discover King Tut's tomb and see some amazing recreations of artifacts and treasures found at the boy king's final resting place. Also in Egypt, you'll find Montu. The Montu roller coaster is named after the Egyptian god of war. It will take you 150 feet up into the air, up to 65 miles per hour, and upside down 7 different times. Montu's not only my own personal favorite roller coaster at Busch Gardens, but it's also consistently ranked among the top 10 roller coasters in North America. So when you're in the Egypt area of the park, you'll definitely want to stop by and find out why. We're now entering into the Serengeti portion of our train ride. All of the animals out here are free roaming, and they've been known to walk right in front of the train onto the tracks from time to time. So for your safety and the safety of all those around you, we do ask that you please remain seated, just in case our engineers need to come to sudden stops. If you happen to lose an item overboard, please do not attempt to exit the train at any time to retrieve it. Just let myself or the station master know at the next stop. We'll be more than happy to send someone out to retrieve any lost items for you. On the left-hand side of the train, as soon as we come out, you might have noticed those white animals. Those are adix antelope. They can go almost their entire lives in the African desert without drinking a single drop of water. They get all of their water from their food sources. Experts believe there are less than 300 of these animals left in the wild, making them one of the most endangered species in the world. Large tan animals with the 2 horns on the left-hand side are eland antelope. They're the largest of the African antelope species and can weigh up to 1 ton. We also see quite a few of our reticulated giraffe on the left-hand side of the train. These animals can grow up to 18 feet tall and weigh up to 1 ton. They do almost everything while standing up. That includes eating, drinking, and sleeping. And for females giving birth, so the first thing a baby giraffe experiences is a 6-foot drop to the ground.
You're home.
You also might have noticed one of our Serengeti safari trucks out there with the giraffe. That's a great way to get up close and personal with the animals and actually get to feed the giraffe. There is an additional cost to these excursions and space is limited. For more information and to make reservations, you'll want to check in at the Serengeti outpost across from the Nairobi train station.
Here, please.
We're now entering into the northern portion of our Serengeti. This is where a few different animals live, so we'll see what we find as we head in here. left-hand side of the train, those smaller tan animals with the black stripes are Grant gazelle. They travel in herds of 15 to 200, depending on food availability. The Grant gazelle is actually able to regulate their body temperature to conserve water.
I'm going to show you no animals. Oh, wow. Look at that bird.
You might notice that bird on the left-hand side, right along the water's edge with the red and yellow on its head. That is a saddle-bill stork. We have two of those now, one male and one female. They're two of the newest additions out there on the Serengeti. Those dark gray animals on the left-hand side, but the shaggy tail and the two horns, those are wildebeest. They travel in one of the largest migratory herds in the world. The wildebeest have been known to have up to 1 million individuals in some herds. Wildebeest are almost constantly on the move. In fact, within 3 to 7 minutes of being born, a baby wildebeest will be up and running with the herd. Also out there with the wildebeest, you might notice one of our Grant zebras, and there's also a few more off in the distance. The Grant zebra is one of the 3 zebra species that we have at Busch Gardens, and the Grant zebra is the only one in the world that has the stripe that goes all the way around its body, making it the most photographed of all the zebras. Also off in the distance, you might notice those larger tan animals walking out. And they have small white stripes on their sides. Those are greater kudu. The kudu are considered to be the most handsome of the African antelope species. They have very large ears that make them sensitive to noises and sounds and difficult to approach. In the wild, they're often seen standing completely still, trying to blend into their surroundings. All of our kudu at Busch Gardens are female, except that one male with the 2 large antlers. On the right-hand side of the train, along that fence, you'll see one of our white rhinos. It's the second largest land mammal in the world, second only to the elephant. The white rhino can top the scales anywhere between 4,000 and 6,000 pounds. I believe that is one of our males. Very large animal. There's a couple other ones behind the hill and in those trees. A group of rhinos is known as a crash of rhinos. Everyone continue to remain seated. You might have noticed one of of our female ostriches very close next to the train. That's the reason we are slowing down in the tunnel. The ostrich is the largest living bird in the world. It can weigh up to 330 pounds and stand as tall as 9 feet. Due to that large size, they are completely flightless. Coming up on the right-hand side of the train, you'll find the Skyride mid-station. This is just a checkpoint if you're on the Skyride. You might have noticed it is not running right now, and that's because of the high winds here today. So hopefully if it dies down a little bit, they'll be able to reopen. But that is the reason that they are closed right now. Right after the Skyride, on the right-hand side, you'll find the Watusi cattle. These animals are considered sacred by the Watusi tribesmen in Africa, so they are never used for meat production, but they are occasionally used for dairy. And you might be able to tell by looking at them, they are related to the Texas Longhorn. We're now pulling into the Congo train station. This is the closest stop to Kumba, the Congo River Rapids, Jingala, and Timbuktu. My name is Josh, and on behalf of the whole Serengeti Express staff, we thank you for visiting us today. Hope you've enjoyed your day so far at Busch Gardens. As you're pulling into the station, just want to remind everyone to please remain seated at all times. This station is on a slight incline, so the train does have a tendency to roll back a few inches or feet. So please remain seated. Once again, we will